Hello everybody and welcome to David K Reacts. My name is David and today I am going to be reacting to the Oogie Boogie song as performed by VoicePlay. This is a piece of Danny Elfman music from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I mentioned in one of the first videos I think it was that I did that I had not seen The Nightmare Before Christmas for a long time, and I still haven't seen it recently, but I did rewatch this song in preparation for watching VoicePlay's arrangement of it, and I'm very, very excited to see what comes out of this. This is new to me at the time of recording. We'll see what order I end up releasing these in. I'm getting a few in the can while I can. But this is the first time I am reacting to something that's been arranged by Lane instead of Jeff. Lane, for the VoicePlay uninitiated, is the beatboxer for the group, and thus far the arrangements that I've reacted to have been by Jeff, the bass singer. So this is going to be interesting to see what Lane does. Somebody in one of my comments on my reaction to Monster Mash mentioned that Lane likes to push Jeff out of his comfort zone a little bit sometimes with some of his reactions, so that could be fun. I've also heard that this shows off Jeff's range really well, perhaps not to its fullest extent. There are some other things that have been recommended to me for that, but partly I want to lead up to them a little bit, because that's just fun. And also, it's Halloween coming up, and so this is sort of kind of appropriate. I mean, is this a Halloween song? Is it a Christmas song? I don't know. But it's got some Halloween overtones. And also, it seems like one I'm going to find it really hard to avoid if I'm exploring, you know, who else has reacted and also just their videos in general. This one keeps coming up. It was, after I'd looked up the Wicked video, it was the first one that kept popping up in my YouTube recommendations. So I just figured I'd do it now, and then it's done, and I can stop risking, because I feel like I want to actually react to this one, not just do an analysis for it. So this will allow me to stop worrying about having seen it by accident first. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my display window, and we've already got Santa Claus, who I believe is not a member of the band, if I understand correctly, but I am very excited to see where this goes. So this is VoicePlay's Oogie Boogie song. Oh, why did that? Oh, right, because I didn't select the right window. Can you tell I'm still getting used to this? All right, here we go. Right, that's from the beginning. It doesn't get stuck in his beard in the film, but... Oh, I love the setting.
What have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking.
I love the effect.
You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. I don't know which is worse. I might
so
just
good.
split a seam now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, cause this may be the last
hearing
time
Jeff stop
you hear
himself?
the boogie song.
He's singing the lead, but he's got bass notes down there as well. Oh! Yes, Jeff! They sound like the characters. This is so good.
And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice? A roly-poly Santa Claus to add a little spice.
Yes.
Release me now.
This is
must
I
face
love
the dire consequences.
everything they're putting into
The
this. The
children
energy,
are
the
expecting me, so
costumes, the
please
visuals.
come to your senses.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
Oh, that's cool.
Drowning in my tears.
Oh, I love the audio processing.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it!
Oh, damn, that sounds good up there.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
Release me faster, you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending the position that you're in.
It's hopeless.
You're finished. You haven't got a prayer.
'Cause I'm missing Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
Yes, Jeff. Oh, wow.
The Oogie Boogie Man.
He's not. Oh, man, the descent there. Oh. Wow. Oh, I guess this will be a trailer, but this is how it.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us.
Wow. Okay, thank you, everybody. I take your point. Yes, Jeff's range is really, really shown off here. Oh my god. How far did he... I'm going to do something unusual for me because I need to figure this out for my own sanity's sake. How far did he just drop?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. He goes up to the fifth, right?
The Oogie Boogie Man.
I can't even get down there. I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. I'm the Oogie Boogie. He just dropped 3.5 octaves. What? Oh, he does it so easily. Everything is clear. Everything is enunciated. There's no sense that he's not on voice. What? I can't, Jeff, man. Woo! Right, okay, first reactions. I love this. This is fantastic. I love what they've done with the arrangement. They've adapted the song perfectly into what I am beginning to recognize as you know, the VoicePlay style. It's great hearing something that Lane has arranged. I also love that he's allowed himself to be featured a little bit. I was so blown away with what Jeff was doing and with the visuals of what they'd actually done here. I didn't comment on him that much. But there's some really cool stuff in there in terms of what he's doing with the beatboxing. Incidentally, if you hear any background noise, it's my heating system. I don't know what effect that's going to have on this yet. I realize I didn't test that, but I'm in the middle of this video, so we'll find out. Sorry if it's distracting. I mean, Ellie, great as always. Also, 2 new members of VoicePlay for me, at any rate, which is Earl and Janan, who have both, I believe, been and gone. I think, I know I've seen at least in the, featuring in the names of some of the videos that Janan comes back at least once or twice, I think. But just fantastic to hear. The character voices everybody is putting, they sound like the characters from the film. But that's not easy to, putting on a character voice like that, it makes it harder to sing. You know, it's one thing just kind of moving your voice into your head a little bit and doing whatever it is you do, you know, but then singing in this tone, it's not simple. And so they're, yet again, displaying an incredible amount of skill and theatricality in what they're doing with their work. And I love it so much. Not that I'm sure any of you expected anything different. But this is great. Let's go through this, because this is a wonderful, wonderful version of this song. I love it. If I remember rightly, in the film, it bounces off his beard, because obviously it does. I love that they just get it stuck.
Well.
I love the attention to detail, too, that we hear the dice. Because that's the whole thing. I'm a gambling man, right? The fact that we can actually hear those dice in the sound of it. I've mentioned this in the Monster Mash video in particular. The attention to Foley is great. Sorry, going back.
Well. What have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking.
Oh, I just love... I have no idea how they created that laugh. But that's great, because it's not just a ha ha ha. It's like there's something... I can't tell if that's Jeff growling, or if it's a post-processing effect that's been added. I'm not sure, but it just sounds so good. There's little things. It's so often the little things.
So you're the one everybody's talking about. You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe...
Yeah, he's doubled himself. You can hear the... I'll do it up the octave. You can hear underneath those.
You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right...
Sorry, I'm seeing... This is a short video, but I think it's going to be just as long as the others in terms of my reaction. There is so much to talk about here. Since I'm freeze-framed right here, let's look at Lane's nose for a minute. I don't know if they put something on him, or if they've done that in post. But if they've done that in post, or at least even enhanced it in post, that's a lot of work. Like, tracking someone's head around the screen is no small thing. That's great. But listen to these guys as well, Janon and Earl, and was Ellie singing it as well? They're laughing in the accompaniment when he says "you're joking." It's a really smart use of vocal sounds. They could be humming, they could be doing their do's, carrying on with the do, but it's "you're joking, ha! You're joking, ha!" They're laughing with him. It's so good.
He's talking about. You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy.
And that's nice too. Jeff goes back and repeats, "You're joking. You're joking me. You gotta be." They repeat, "Can't believe. Can't believe my eyes." That's great. Also, kudos to them. The slides that are coming in here, eyes, everything is just so on the pitch.
My eyes, you're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first.
Nice. That gives him a minute. It's such a good gag. I might just split a seam for Oogie Boogie. And the arrangement just gives that lyric time to shine for a second. It's great because it lets you play on the joke without really doing anything. Just the backing vocals aren't there for a second. And it's really nice.
Worse, I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first.
And there, for the "don't die laughing first," even Lane stops. That's such a smart use of negative space, because it just means Jeff is isolated, you focus on him for a second, and then the arrangement comes back in again.
I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, 'cause I'm the boogeyman.
This is really hard, because I don't want to keep going back too often, but there's so much to listen to. I really like the way that the harmony has been structured, because I'm the boogeyman. Jeff goes down, but you can actually hear the trio in the back go up, so it creates more space. Space seems to be the name of the game in this arrangement, and I'm really liking it.
I laughing first. Mr. Oogie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, 'cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong.
Ah, that's nice too. Because we've got this. It's in a. Oh my god, what is the name for it? I know the other name. I'm going to call it standard time. That is not the official name, but my brain has gone. But we're in a 4/4 beat. And then in the back you've got da 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 da. They go into a compound time triplet rhythm just underneath that, which is just really nice for just unsettling things a little bit.
And if you aren't shaking, there's something very...
Yeah, if you aren't shaking, there's... Just goes against the time of everything else. That's really, really nice. Sorry, I'm going to go back on that one more time because I was listening to that and I don't want to miss anything.
I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong. 'Cause this may be the last time you hear the...
Oh, and the syncopation there. Offbeat syncopation.
There's something very wrong, 'cause this may be the last time.
It's off the beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This may be your last. That's great. It's not even like it's going in the there's the sort of typical rhythms you get, the sort of dum 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 dum, where it's sort of on-beat, offbeat, on-beat syncopation. This one's literally all on the offbeats. If what is it? This may be the last. It's just nice pushing into that, and it's unsettling. It's all creating this vibe that we're supposed to feel a little bit like Santa must be feeling right now. Having these, oh my goodness, I would pay to be that actor and have this experience and be part of this. That would be so much fun. Yeah, just one more time through that.
Pay attention now, 'cause I'm the boogeyman. And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong, 'cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song.
It's nice too, you've got that walking line from Jeff. I'm not going to go back on it. But of the boom, 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 boom from bass Jeff, who's doubling himself underneath. Actually, I'm going to go back on it because I need to go through so you can hear it.
'Cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song.
You could just imagine this in a concert arena. Like, you go and see this live, having that call and response thing. You know, he's up there on stage, you go, whoa. 2,000 people, whoa! Right back at him. That would be so cool. Again, space. He leads into being closer to them when he does the I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. But the whoa, whoa, you've got this sort of, it's probably a 3-octave gap again between where the trio is and where he is. And it's just playing with that space. It allows this to be a full arrangement, but it gives him all that room to play with on his own, separate from this thing. And it lets him, like, this is really a let's feature Jeff song. And it's so good. Who's that who's singing lower of the, is that, I can't decide if that's Janan or if it's Lane. It's probably not Lane, but there's one that's like, rawr. I'm not sure which of the voices that is.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spiders.
Oh, I missed this. He spit out snakes and spiders there. That's great. I like the interaction between them as well. He pushes them aside, and Earl's kind of got that, hey, do you mind? And then they just come straight back in again, laughing. Like, it's this constant, never stopping interplay between them all is so good. Go, one more.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spiders too.
And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice? A roly-poly Santa Claus to add a little spice.
Whoa! Jeff, buddy. What was that? So, I've got other things to talk about, but listen to bass Jeff for a second.
A roly-poly Santa Claus to add a little spice.
Whoa! That might almost be, in some ways, more impressive than the ending. No, that's not true. The ending is outrageously good. But that motion and exact motion going down in a little rip. Like, I've been impressed with Ellie and Caesar, and I'm sure Earl and Janan probably have their moments of riffing as well. I'll see when I see more of them. A riffing basso profundo? Hi, sign me up. Sorry, I'm gonna get back to other things in a minute, but
a roly-poly Santa Claus to add a little spice.
That is amazing! Okay, right, on to the other three, if I could pay attention to anything else. Holy crap.
Nice. A roly-poly Santa Claus to add a little spice.
There's some really nice things in what the others are doing. Now I'm wondering if that was Lane growling earlier. But listen to, you can hear J Nun lead up to this.
And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice? A roly-poly Santa Claus. To add a...
It's great because it gives motion to the vocals. It's a clear indication that he's having a good time. Like, everything about this is so good. This is so, it's a little bit creepy. It has that little Halloween vibe going on, but there is something so joyous about the fun that, I was going to say these 5, but let's face it, these 6 people are having, because if you want to tie me to a chair and make me listen to them for a couple of hours, I'm fine with that. They're just obviously having such a good time. I love just this gentle look of Jeff's giving in the background.
That would make it work so nice. A roly-poly Santa Claus. To add a little spice.
And now he's reversed what he, because earlier he was started with the whoa. Now he's reversed it. He's started a little bit closer to them and he's dropped down again, which, I mean, you could see as the fact that we're getting towards, you know, prepping for the evil scheme. Like these, it's getting a little darker by having him descending instead of going up. That's really cool.
Release me now, you must face the dire consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
When someone shut his
This is so cool.
Drowning in my tears.
I love what's going on here. Whatever. I don't know how they've done this effect in the. I'm guessing. If I watch any breakdown video ever, somebody probably knows what's going on. I'm guessing they've put something in their mouth. And presumably they lip sync these recordings. I don't think you could have this much motion and be so accurate with notes. But they've obviously put something in their mouths for this, and this is so cool.
Believe my ears.
Oh, did they just break someone's neck?
You're joking, I can't believe my ears. I'm drowning in my tears.
Who just got killed in the middle of the video? That's extraordinary. Also, Lane's beatboxing here is on fire.
come to your
Listen to
senses.
this.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
When someone shut his door.
I'm drowning in my tears.
It's funny.
Oh, and if you please be listening to this on headphones. Then you get that really cool. It's like they have tears reverberate between your left and right ear. That's such a cool effect. It really, again, it sets Oogie Boogie apart as being not quite human, I guess. That's really cool. Sorry, pardon there's a little bit of noise in the background from my computer. I'm not sure I can turn that off quickly. I need to work that out. That's really cool. But yeah, Lane's beatbox here, it's like, what is that? Like an electronic beat or a trap beat? I don't know. I know a fair amount of metal and jazz when it comes to and like pop and stuff. When it comes to electronic music, I'm afraid I'm not so good at genres. I apologize for that. I'm just going to see if I can turn those notifications. See if I can turn those notifications off. I'm just going to pardon me for a second, just because that's going to annoy me. Sorry, I'm just going to do that. Okay, pardon that. And sorry for the black screen. I just opened up a work screen I shouldn't have done. Yeah, I am absolutely loving everything that I'm seeing with this section. It's just so cool. It separates from what you've been experiencing. The creativity on display here is outrageous. One more time.
Your senses.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
When someone shut his door.
I'm drowning in my tears.
Oh. There's also just a really nice. It's a small thing, but shut this fella up. Notice that the music is going up at the time. It's one of those small things that may or may not have been deliberate. but it's kind of cool when that happens, and you feel that there's a synchronicity between what the music is doing and what the lyrics are saying.
When someone shut his up.
I'm drowning in my tears.
And then tears fall. So he's going down, both physically in terms of crouching as he goes, obviously the motion, and the vocal. Sorry, I'm done. No, I'm not.
Tears.
When someone shut his up.
I'm drowning in my tears.
It's funny.
I'm laughing. You really are too much.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff. What are you going to do?
I want to know who that is singing that line there. That's really cool. Also, love that each of the three gets a moment here to speak their character voice, and you get to know that character for just a second more.
Tears.
It's funny.
I'm laughing. You really are too much.
And even the speech is very musical. Sorry, just wanted to point that. But yeah, if someone knows who is singing this little background line that comes in right here, please let me know, because it's really cool, and I don't know who to credit with it.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff. What are you going to do?
It might be Jeff? I'm not sure. I'm wondering if it might be Lane. It's someone in the baritone. I don't think it's Ellie or Earl. I think it's in the baritone area. Area. There we go. Yeah, not sure.
Now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff. What are you going to do? I'm going to do the best I can. Hit it.
I love how I'm going to do the best I can. It's kind of... I like... Jeff has this wonderful way of being able to just kind of make a line casual, but still have meaning to it. He did that as well in Monster Mash, where the zombies are having fun. And it's just that pause. Here it's the tone of voice he uses. It's really, really clever.
I'm going to do my stuff. What are you going to do? I'm going to do the best I can. Hit it.
The sound of rolling dice and there's music in the air.
Nice little feature for Ellie there. You can hear him kind of come out slightly above the other two, just on that line. That's nice. And I love the wah, bringing them back in again. As the lights swell, so does the music.
The sound of rolling dice and there's music in the air.
'Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play.
Nice too that Jeff's been in his dark, deep voice when all the lights are out, and now he's back up and bright again now that the lights are up. That's cool. Also, it's interesting that red here is kind of like an evil color, and yet it's the color of Santa's costume. I like the counterpoint between joy and darkness being opposing within the same field. That's kind of cool.
Hit it.
The sound of rolling dice and there's music in the air.
'Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair. It's much more fun, I must confess.
With lives on the line.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
Old boy. I love that. Because, of course, I guess Santa, as a character, is older than most characters around, so he would be old boy. I really like the balance between Jeff and the trio here. It's like they're two characters talking, not exactly finishing each other's sentences, but talking to each other in a way that it's more conversational. It's really cool.
Best I can. Hit it.
The sound of rolling dice and there's music in the air.
'Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair. It's much more fun, I must confess.
That's that triplet rhythm. Again, I didn't quite catch what they were singing that time, but that ba 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 with lives, and then straight back into time again as it did the last time. Nice callback.
And although I don't play fair, it's much more fun, I must confess.
With lives on the line.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll.
And again, the offbeat ha 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 ha. This callback in a different setting. I still don't know what they just sang in that the little triplet section. They may just be making noises or singing half words. I'm not sure. But one more time on those, just because that's cool.
Boogeyman, although I don't play fair, it's much more fun, I must confess.
With lives on the line.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
Release me faster, you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending the possession.
That's nice too. Oh brother, you're something. You've put me in a spin. it's kind of a smooth line, the way that it's not a very percussive line vocally, and so you've got ooh, you've got these longer oohs coming from the trio, and a little bit less, in fact, if anything, coming from the beatbox for a minute. That's a really nice way of kind of working in symbiosis with what the sound of the vocals are.
You will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending the position that you're in.
It's hopeless.
Oh, I love that. You've got so much spread between the trio too, because there's I think that's Earl with the really kind of comprehending, and there's someone down here. So you've got a solid gap between those as well, which allows that nice spread and lets all the voices be heard. Also, just coming into those last two lines, it sounded like Lane was doing toned percussion. Just here, let me.
This heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are
Those last, I have no idea how he's making that sound, but it's more tonal than some of the percussion he's given so far. Also, I realize I've been talking about Santa as an audience member, but also kudos to the person playing them for doing a pretty good job there. They've got a great voice for Santa, I think, and I like the sort of perplexity of Santa just can't quite comprehend that this happens. So what's going on? That's great.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You are comprehending
I've no idea how he's doing that.
position that you're in.
It's hopeless.
You're finished.
You have
That's nice too. That you're finished. I think more than any other line, for some reason, that is showing to me that J Nunn is that little bit lower and is showing off his vocal quality a little bit more of the character that he's adopted. Maybe just because there's a finality about that line.
in the position that you're in.
It's hopeless.
You're finished.
You haven't got a prayer.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
Okay, before we get to the insanity that is this ending, I also love, like, Earl's character there. There's, again, and I talk about this a bit in some of the other stuff that I've looked at. I love that the sing that's happening there, and the speech when they're just sort of flat out not singing, really, it's still very musical and lyrical. It doesn't just sit in one level. It's got a sense of melody to it, and it's nice because it allows you to connect with that character without falling out of the song, which is so good. All of them are doing it. It just really showed up for a second there and made me want to speak about it because of the way that Earl produced that last line.
It's hopeless.
You're finished.
You haven't got a prayer.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
Okay, before we... because I'm going to lose it when we get to this. Listen to the harmony under this. This is so good.
Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going.
That also, even just that... Ooh, notes are totally wrong there. But it's this gentle... It allows a gap for the punch of these final notes to come through. And it's a really nice, subtle kind of hang right before... It's that sense of, you're at the top of the thrill ride about to go down. And this is exactly what that is. It's that moment where you just slow to a halt and then crash down the thing. This is great.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
That's so great. Listen to those dissonances at the very beginning of this.
Going nowhere.
And then all the rest of them are fairly common chords, but those first couple of chords, the crunch that's in the back of them, leading up to the threat of not going anywhere, like, that's so good.
Nowhere.
Damn, Damn, Jeff! If that's... And I think I read this in someone's comment when they said I should look at this. That's an E1 he's at. So we had a D1 in Monster Mash and a C-sharp 1 in Wicked. So he's been lower than this. But the richness, I used this to describe his speaking voice before, but the velvet in this sound, like, it's getting into me. And I can feel it. It's so rich. It's not, you know, sometimes when and this I have not seen from him in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not suggesting I have, but some basses that I've heard sing in, you know, in person, when they go down there, and it's usually just kind of like a boom, boom, but that note down there that they hit along the way has an airiness, or it loses a little bit of the diction. And what's so amazing about this is not only does Jeff not do that, he sustains that note for having just sustained. If that's an E1, then he must have just sustained a B4. Which I'm not going to get my piano picture up right now, but he's just covered half of the piano in, what, 10 seconds? He must be shifting his larynx like crazy to hit these different vocal qualities. And then I've started to learn a little bit about how subharmonics are produced, and it's about engaging. You have your vocal cords, the vocal folds that make sound, and then the false folds just above them that are capable of altering that sound. And subharmonics is about engaging them. So if somebody correct me if I'm wrong about this, and I'm going to look into Jeff's videos about, he's actually done tutorials on how to sing subharmonics, but I don't want to look into them until I've fully explored his work, because I don't want to kind of spoil you know, the surprise of some of what he has to offer, because I'm being mind blown every time I see him. But if I understand correctly, it means he's actually singing an E2, but the vocal folds engage and distort it down to an E1. Sorry, the false folds engage. Is that correct? Uncertain. But holy smokes, I am impressed with that as a sound. That is astonishing. Thank you to everybody who recommended I check this video out. I'm just going to run out the end one more time, because holy smokes, I need to hear this one more time. Oops. There we go.
There's a Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere.
It's... I'm sitting there trying to keep a straight face listening to this, and I can't. It's just so incredible. Wow. It's literally just flows through you, that sound. And it's also gorgeous. Of course I'm focusing on that, but it is gorgeous harmony right up until the end. And what they're providing to support... That's the thing, too. A voice like that that's doing something incredible is impressive, but it's improved and supported by effective harmony or whatever is going on around it. And that's exactly what's in here. Kudos to Lane for this arrangement. This is fantastic. I love it. I am so impressed with everything that these five have done. I'm excited to hear more Earl and Jaynun now. You know, they're new to me, and I'm really keen to see what else they've done with the group, and just see these different variations. This is so cool. I love it. Yeah. So now somebody said there are sometimes Easter eggs in the post video bit, and I was a bit too mind blown by Jeff to notice last time. So I'm just going to let this play out and see if there's anything I spot. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. This seems like more of a trailer than the last couple, but we'll see. That's an Oogie Boogie pumpkin, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, of course, because this is also The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Boys and girls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us.
No, okay, I think that one's a little bit more of a direct trailer. I'm keen to check this out now. I also love, like, it looks like from that the what I was saying beforehand when I first saw this, from this thumbnail here, like they all turn into characters from The Nightmare Before Christmas throughout, or maybe there's like 2 versions of them or something. I don't know, but they you can see, obviously Lane here, and again with full costume on. I am keen to see that video. I'm not going to do too. I want to react to some other stuff as well, and I've got a couple of ideas lined up. But thank you to everybody who suggested this for me. What an incredible performance! I love that so much. Yes, that absolutely showcased Jeff's range off really, really well, and also his agility. Like, seriously, that bass run down there was something impressive. This is fantastic. Pardon the couple of little Slack channel noises in the background. Apparently a couple of my colleagues are working quite late tonight. So there's not much I can do about that. I will make sure I turn off Slack notifications before I record another one of these. But anyway, that was fabulous. I am going to go back and watch that whole thing again now because I had such a good time watching it. That was brilliant. I am so impressed with, yet again, hashtag Theatre Kids of Acapella. That is a truly deserved and honourable nickname for this group, because their work is phenomenal and adds so much character to what you're watching. Thank you again for watching this video. Please like the video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post more videos. As I record this, I'm still early on and I've only got a couple of videos out, so there may be more news about what I'm planning on doing based on comments that people provide to me. I've had a couple of songs suggested that are not VoicePlay, as well as a ton more VoicePlay videos to check out, which I suspect is probably at least half of their canon. Maybe not, maybe their canon is bigger than I think it is, but just based on the number of videos I've seen when I scanned their page, there's a lot for me to look at. As I've said before, I don't want this channel to become entirely about VoicePlay and Jeff, although I'd be quite happy with that, but I think variety is probably a good thing. So I'm going to be mixing and matching how I do things, but I have a lot coming up, so I'm excited to do more of these, and I'm excited for you to see what I've got done. So thank you again. I now have a Twitter account and an Instagram account. Instagram, David K Reacts. Twitter, David K Reacts 1, for reasons I'm completely uncertain of. But do feel free to follow me over there. We'll see how active I become on those social media channels. And thank you again for checking out my video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.